there, my name's Caitlin, and today I want to show you how to make a great smoothie. It can be really challenging because a lot of times when I see people making smoothies or recipes for smoothies, they end up getting very sweet and lots of carbs. And if you're trying to do a keto diet or even a paleo diet, that is going to lead to a lot of blood sugar dips and spikes, and that's going to make you feel moody and cranky and hungry. So that's not something you want to have when you're following a keto or paleo diet and you want to feel great and your best all day. The first thing to start with is a really good protein powder. So this is the one I'm using today. It's called Keto the Great, and it has very low carbs. It even has MCT oil, and it's going to be full of protein. So that's really important. You want to look at the ingredients and make sure you have a good quality protein to start out with. You want to avoid things with any added sugars and any artificial ingredients. It's really important. Okay, so I'm adding my protein powder to the smoothie. Next thing you want to do is you can add some nut butter. A lot of nut butters have a lot of healthy fats, but you want to be careful about too many carbs and too much sugar. So make sure and read the label, make sure it doesn't have sugar in the ingredients, and maybe you don't realize it. A lot of peanut butters and nut butters do, and especially cashews have a ton of carbs as well. So you can put a tablespoon of that into your smoothie. And you know, smoothies are really easy. Like, it's not an exact science. You don't have to stress about the recipe. You know, if it's a little too thick, then you want to add a little more water. If it's a little too thin, just add a little bit more of a thickener. So here is some sea salt. A lot of times when you're doing a keto, the electrolytes get off balance. So it's a good idea to add a little sea salt, because you can never have too much of that when you're trying to stay balanced on keto. The next thing you can add is a little bit of shredded coconut. That's a really good healthy fat, and it has a nice texture. So you could add a couple tablespoons of that. I'll put 2 tablespoons of that. All right. So you want to add either some ice or some fruit. So strawberries are really good low carb fruit. This is some organic frozen strawberries. This is about 2 cups. So you can add about half of that. You can add some water. So I've got about a cup of water here. Good. And then you could also add some MCT oil powder if you like that kind of stuff. It's really a good source of fats. You need a lot of healthy fats on keto. So you could add, this is a great one, the Keto the Great MCT oil powder. Another thing you could put in is vanilla. So make sure your vanilla doesn't have added sugar, but this is a good one, and that's going to add a little bit more flavor to it. You could also add chia or flax seeds if you want a little bit of that, but you know, don't have to be too complicated to be good. So another thing you could add, if you like little extra chocolates, you can add some more chocolate. This is some 85% dark chocolate, so that's a great addition to your smoothie. All right, well, we're gonna start it up here. It's seeming a little bit thick, so I'm gonna add a tiny bit more water. And you're gonna need a little bit more. If you want some more sweetener, some people don't need a lot of sweetener, but stevia is a pretty healthy sweetener you can put in if you want it to be a little sweeter. So we'll put 2 packets of stevia. Just make sure there's not a lot of extra ingredients in your stevia, because sometimes it can be made with fillers and things you don't really want. All right, so we're gonna mix that up again. Okay, so that's a healthy chocolate strawberry smoothie with a great protein powder and not too many carbs. So I wanted to just show you how to make a great keto smoothie that is healthy for your body and not too much sugar. So thanks so much for watching. See you next time.